With the take charge at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to bring it to you live. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Hawks will kick off their road trip right here.
And I think we'll see them try to come out strong here. They know it's just a short stint on the road, and this is where you want to play smart, efficient basketball in games like these and get back to that home court.
You know, in some ways, when you head out on a short trip like this one, there's not as much pressure in the first game as there might be if you were going on a long trip. It kind of makes it a little easier to just go out there and play freely.
So valuable on the defensive side of the ball, Simmons goes beyond personal, Clark. He can guard 1 through 5 at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, you start with his tremendous athleticism for a guy that's a legitimate 6'11". He takes pride in defending, and he's disruptive as well as disciplined.
Count that bucket.
And this is something Young must keep doing. His attack off the dribble, the ability to absorb the contact, and then just finishing through.
Here's McCollum. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Young. Capella with the bucket.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
Doncic outside. Driving the lane. And Capella sends it back. Here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Young, good.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Doncic with it. And guarded by Capella. That one goes. Count it. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Young drives in. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
A sneaky scorer in the lane. Young will give you a steady diet of floaters and off-balance shots that defenders just miss getting a piece of.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Reddish. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The Mavericks trailing. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And here's Jones. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this. Ties it up. And this next one could give them the lead. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. One thing he wants to do is prevent Ben Simmons from getting downhill. Coach said with his speed, handle, and vision, he'll pick you apart if you let him run the court unimpeded. We're going to try to pick him up the minute he receives the ball, Kevin. But that's easier said than done. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Simmons can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Pass to Jones. Back to McCollum. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Over Young. And Doncic gets it to go.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Young's shot is good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's McCollum. He has 5. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. 4th team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Mavericks.
Here's McCollum. And he converts the layup. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Hawks trail by 4. Young with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Herter. Shoots the 3. A rebound by Washington.
And Lou Dort has made a name for himself on defense. Viewed as a superstar stopper. Well, he's earned it with his play.
Atlanta foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Now at the line for your
Let's
Mavericks.
quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Pass to Hunter. The Mavericks pull it in. Greg, the way Dort has handled guys like LeBron and Harden, he does as well as anyone when it comes to defending them.
Yeah, I mean, he's small but strong and really hard to bump off his spot. Quick enough to stay with anyone on their drives and just turning into a great shutdown defender.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise! Coming over the floor for the Hawks, Mark Gasol. Brooklyn Portland.
1:19 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Herter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Over Oubre. And too long on the shot. Mavericks leading by 7. Washington with it. Gasol covering. Here's Jones. And he banks in the layup.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Wright. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Herter. Can they get it? Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Outside, Dort. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Mark Gasol.
A nice shot by Gasol.
Boy, between his passing and his movement, I tell you, Gasol creates a lot of problems in the paint. Frees him up for some high percentage shots as a result.
Here's Washington. No good with the layup. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's Dallas leading by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Come on to the court. Come on and get
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
The terrific first quarter sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Driving to the basket. Outside, Dort. 6 on the shot clock. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line.
defensive foul.
They get Marc Gasol.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Hey, Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
That's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
McCollum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His second personal foul.
It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Mavericks leading by 12. Outside, Dort. Pass to Washington. Spins. And it's McCollum in the corner. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Fires, high post. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs. Now here's Simmons. With the drive. And Simmons slams it in.
Boy, energetic drive that time by Simmons. Pushes right through the defense and gets it to go.
Steps back. Here's McCollum. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Collins. Korkmaz, no good. It's McCollum with the drive. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Washington. And there's the drive. And Gasol sends it back.
The defensive player of the year during the 12-13 season, Gasol, still outstanding at blocking shots.
Here's Korkmaz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Resch. Drains the three-pointer.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Doncic. His average of about 35.5 points a game is pretty astounding, but one that he's worked very hard for. And the foul on Cam Reddish. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third personal foul.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
From downtown, that shot missing. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And at 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan, Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. And here is Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
And Kevin, everybody's dissected Luka's offensive game, trying to find that weakness. And I'm just here to tell you, I don't think he has it.
At the line for 2.
And the play of Doncic drawing comparisons to so many all-time greats. But, Greg, the one that stood out to me, they said he's a combination of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. What do you think?
And it just makes sense. With his passing and shooting, you throw in the step-back game of James Harden, you start to see why he has become such a problem for this league. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And the wide-open shot from Reddish. Hits it from three-point range. Reddish has got 9.
Such an instinctual player. Young often sees the opportunity before anyone else.
Oubre, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you can fire 3 of your own. Boom.
In his first game after starting in the 2020 All-Star Game, Trae Young had an incredible night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the 4th youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trae's performance, he did it against Coach Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat, one of the top defensive teams in the league.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Johnson's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 15. Pass to Doncic. From deep. Hunter grabs the miss. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
How about the force from Clint Capella? When he's got good position inside, he's throwing it down.
Here's Oubre. What a terrific move that was. Oubre's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And how about Young being active and getting after it on the glass? This type of play demonstrates leadership.
And that one's good. Doncic.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Young for 3. Here's Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his
in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe That's really a good way to change the momentum in the game because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Now McCollum. 6 to shoot. Driving in. Hunter grabs the miss. Here's Herter. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Dallas. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Dallas leading by 14. Hayward looking over the floor. There's the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Hayward's got 5 points so far.
Boy, keeping that ball tight like it's on a string. I love seeing Hayward get a little tricky with his handle and create for himself.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, really a good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
The screen from Brown. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Herter. Doncic with the steal. Here's Brown, defended by Drummond. Here's Doncic. Yep, it counts. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
He's on target from 8 feet out.
You know, Simmons is a platinum-level passer, and he has a really good understanding of when his teammates are open.
With the step back. Here's Doncic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
First team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks.
Doncic, no good on the free throw.
You know, not many players have made the kind of splash Doncic did in his first year in the league. It was clear right away and really obvious this guy was no ordinary rookie. He played like a veteran from day one.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Coming over the floor for the Hawks.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Doncic. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Herter. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
How about that, Andre Drummond? No, you didn't just show me that kind of creativity in a 7-foot frame at about 1/3 of a ton.
Here's McCollum. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Clock at 6. Tries again. Collins, good.
Zach Collins.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. A wide open look here for Wright. Pass to Herter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Young drives in. Gasol. No good that time. Good D by Jones. Robinson Earl. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
For Dallas, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, I really think the hard work they put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Young. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Back to Washington. Dallas moving it around. Robinson Earl. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Simmons. Hits it from about 6 feet away. Simmons got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
15
Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I'm going back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Dort. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Capella trying to free himself up. That one goes in. He's got 18.
And tonight is why Young is an all-star. He's got incredible scoring ability. Trey can shoulder the load on that end.
Back to Washington. Robinson Earl. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Young looking it over. And Jones sends it back. Over in the corner, Washington. To the inside. Oubre outside. Left side, Jones. Outside, Dort. Offline with his three. Now, here's Reddish. Young for three. Offensive rebound. Ball's knocked loose. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And a jam by Oubre.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
And Jones sends it back. Outside, Dort. Oubre outside. Takes the three. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Mavericks ahead, just dominating this one. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. It's the Hawks ball. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons, captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Here's McCollum. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes from right edge.
Inside, here's Brown, and Brown throws it down.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Reddish. And the 3 off target. We've played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Takes a step back. Doncic way outside. Rebound, Atlanta. Pass to Cooper. From outside the arc. Goes back up. A shot by Reddish, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for Dallas. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Dallas.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Here's Simmons. Here he goes. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
The drive by Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella. The dynamic rag between players and officials is always interesting. With some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over their relationship.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul. Now at the line for your Mavericks.
First one falls for him.
DJ McCollum. 2 shots.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Here's Cooper. To the middle. Out to Gallinari. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Doncic. And here are the Mavericks now. In the corner, it's Hayward. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, you just can't let Hayward get set off the pass. He's a knockdown shooter.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so here is Dallas. Pass to McCollum. Outside Collins. Back to McCollum. And in this era of player empowerment, Clark, do you think star players have ever had more leverage than they do today?
No question they have not. With social media, the platforms players have been able to build, the following the NBA has, not just domestically but globally, all of that has converged to give players a significant amount of power. And not to discount the fact that players are more aware and educated in so many of the business aspects of the game than I've ever seen them, and that's an encouraging sign from my perspective.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Timeout charge to Dallas.
The Hawks making a change here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for Dallas.
Burke hits them both. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Cooper. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Oubre outside. He takes it in, and Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Burke, and a missed layup. And it's the Hawks' ball. Down low. Here's Capella, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah, we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And it's Gallinari missing. Here's Dallas. They're on a 17-7 run. Oubre outside. That shot no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's the three. Gallinari with the rebound. For three, Hunter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Oubre bounce pass. Dort. And Capella sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Pass to Burke. Blocked again.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Oh, sweet move there, taking the defender off the dribble and then just cruising in for the layup.
And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Here's Burke. No good from outside. Atlanta with the ball. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Finished off by Gallinari. Moves well for a player with a 6'10" frame.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oubre outside. Here's the screen to the paint. Low block shot. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Here's Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that